Have you ever wondered why the prophet Isaiah said the Messiah would be called Immanuel, but when he was born, his name was Jesus? It's a great question, and the answer reveals something beautiful about who Jesus is. Let's dive into it. About 700 years before Jesus' birth, Isaiah prophesied, "The virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Immanuel." Centuries later, the Apostle Matthew quoted this very prophecy, confirming that they shall call his name Immanuel. Yet nowhere in the New Testament do we find anyone, not Mary, not Joseph, not Peter or Paul, calling him Immanuel. So, what's going on here? The Bible often interprets itself, and this is a perfect example. To understand what Isaiah meant, we can look just 2 chapters later in his book. In Isaiah chapter 9, he gives more names for the Messiah. He says, "His name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace." Now think about that. Did Isaiah mean the Messiah's legal name would be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace? Of course not. That would be quite a mouthful. These names weren't meant to be literal, given names. Instead, they describe his character, his nature, and his attributes. They tell us who he is and what he is like. The name Immanuel works in the same way. It's a descriptive title, not a personal name. Immanuel literally means God with us, and that's exactly who Jesus is. He is God in the flesh, dwelling among us. So while his nature is Immanuel, his name is Jesus. This distinction between a name and a description of nature isn't new. We see it as far back as the book of Genesis. After God created the first woman from Adam's rib, Adam declared, "She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." But just 1 chapter later we read, Adam called his wife's name Eve. Woman described her nature and her origin, while Eve was her personal name. It's the same principle. When the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary, he made a similar distinction. He said, "You will conceive in your womb and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus." Then Gabriel went on to describe his nature, saying, "He will be great, and will be called the Son of the Highest. That Holy One who is to be born will be called the Son of God." Notice the pattern? His name will be Jesus, but he will be called the Son of the Highest and the Son of God. These are titles that describe his divine identity. Matthew himself clarifies this in his Gospel. In the same passage where he quotes the Immanuel prophecy, he sandwiches it between 2 verses that explicitly state the Messiah's name. In verse 21, the angel tells Joseph to call his name Jesus. Then, after quoting Isaiah in verse 23, Matthew confirms in verse 25 that Joseph called his name Jesus. Matthew clearly understood that Jesus was the Messiah's given, literal name, while Immanuel was a title that powerfully described his essence. It's like how we refer to him as Christ. Christ isn't his last name, it's a title meaning anointed one or Messiah. So why was he named Jesus? The angel told Joseph, "You shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins." The name Jesus itself means Yahweh saves, or the Lord is salvation. His very name declares his mission. He was named Jesus because that's what he came to do, to save us. And he is Immanuel because in his coming, God was truly with us. His name tells us his purpose, and his title tells us his presence. Both are profoundly true and essential to understanding who he is. Thanks so much for watching. If this helped you understand the Bible a little better, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. See you in the next one.